You're tired of walking into hotel gyms with a few light dumbbells forcing you to skip arm day. The lie you've been sold is that you need heavy weights to build big biceps. The truth is though that you can maximize your bicep growth with just a few light weights if you train the right way. In this video, I'm going to show you how to unlock that growth using science of time under tension and stretch mediated hypertrophy, which is the ultimate hack for building muscle anywhere in the world. My name is Dominic and I run a health and fitness concierge for traveling professionals. We help leaders like you optimize their health, presence, and peak performance with a system built around their life with the help of a team of experts. The biggest myth is that you need heavy weights to build muscle. This is a myth you've been sold your entire life. And it's the exact reason you walk out of the hotel gym without training your arms. The truth is though, muscle growth is not about how much weight you lift, but how much tension you create. Ever walk into a gym and see that one guy who picks up the 40-pound dumbbells and does his bicep curls, but he's swinging them using a bunch of momentum? Maybe that's you. The problem is that because you use a bunch of momentum, this takes a lot of focus away from the biceps because you are not only using just momentum, but also involving other muscle groups. Now, of course, you can still grow your bicep doing this given you're going close to failure, but it's definitely not optimal. And this comes down to the core issues that you've probably never been taught how your muscles actually grow. The solution is to replace heavy weights with two key principles, and these principles will make 20-pound dumbbells feel like 50 pounds. Principle one is understanding tension, and this is the main reason your muscles will grow, because when you create tension, or in other words, stimulus, during training, you then signal to your body, hey, let's make the muscles bigger and stronger. And then outside of the gym, that's where your muscles grow. The easiest way to create a lot of tension is to take your exercises to or close to failure. Now, the real issue occurs when you can already bicep curl, say 25 pounds with a good technique for about 12 reps, and you enter a hotel gym and you want to grow your bicep and they only have 20-pound dumbbells. What do you do in this situation? Well, to create that same stimulus or tension, you can control the eccentric, so the negative portion of the exercise, even longer. And research shows that anywhere between 2 and 7 seconds on the negative or on the way down is most effective. To take this one step further, you can even pause in the fully stretched position for 1 second. But this will only work if you are applying the next principle, because this pause only works if there's tension in the stretch position. Which leads me on to principle number 2, which is stretch mediated hypertrophy. This is the ultimate growth hack, and research shows that by maximizing tension when the muscle is fully stretched is most optimal for muscle growth according to recent research. To give you an example, instead of doing a normal bicep curl, you can do a preacher curl. The reason this is more effective is because of the angle of the preacher curl. When your bicep is fully stretched, there's actual tension due to gravity. Again, we want to maximize tension in the fully stretched position. And if you want to take it even a step further, you can do the face away dumbbell preacher curl. And because your body is turned away from the weight, you are maximizing tension even more because your bicep is more stretched. And the reason for that is because your bicep actually attaches to your shoulder joints. So if you actually twist it, that means your bicep is more lengthened, and so there's more tension in that stretched position. Now, to go back to the first principle of creating tension, that pause, now with the preacher curl, you could pause in the stretched position before the weight drops for a second or two. Now, when it comes to how many sets you should do, it's first very important to understand the difference between a working set and a warm-up set. A warm-up set is just to teach your body, hey, this is what's going to happen next, and so prepare your body to both perform at its best and also to avoid any injuries. And a working set is simply a set that you take to or close to failure. And this is very important to remember to create that tension and so stimulus to create muscle growth. I would recommend anywhere between 6 to 8 working sets per muscle group per week. So in the case of the bicep, 6 to 8 will do. Keep in mind, if you are training your back and you're doing things like rows, lat pull downs, etc., your bicep is also working. So honestly, on the lower end will probably do. Point is, you don't need heavy weights to grow your bicep. I've done it, my clients have done it using these exact principles. Now your action step is to apply these principles to every other exercise and every other muscle group to get the most out of any gym that you encounter and ultimately get the physique you want. I hope this was valuable, and I will see you in the next one.